Howdy everybody, Brian here yet again doing fourth video of today. These live streaming are addictive. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. We do get an audience now and I'm really digging it. Thanks so much. All right, so let's get into the world of crypto, forex, and CFD on the world of motive waves, see what's happening with this fun stuff with the world of conflicts with Iran and I've got my own opinion about it, but you want to see that, be my friend on Facebook. All right, so here's our charts. This is motive wave as usual. So we are looking at motive wave here with, let's see what we have here. Why don't we do the forex and CFDs first, because that'll be much easier. So right now, what we've got brewing is, here's the problem. USD pairs are down, all the majors, you can see here. British pound, there's some slight moves there. Thanks for the like, my man. We also have euro happening. Look how anemic it is. Anemic is the word I like to use. 0.05%. 0.4, 0.1%. How do you trade in that without putting in heavy trading? And look at this. The Canadians are all down. Only the Australians up. But again, it's not worth trading forex. That's why I'm doing it first. So in here we can look at the world of good old the CFDs to see what's brewing on over there. And things are up. You see the Nasdaq's up 1.18, SPX 500 up 0.84, and Germany, the top 30, 1.35. Let's stop right there and talk about the stock market. It's amazing how little it is. I mean, I'm just amazed at how this market's doing. It's just okay. With Trump, what he said this morning, he said, "Hey, we're going to back off." The Iranians said, "Back off." Boom, everything goes up. Funny enough, I had a person contact me on Facebook this morning. And he let me know he was, of all things, an oil tanker captain. So we got conversations going on about oil from his perspective as being, of all things in the world, an oil tanker captain. Who would think, eh? So the markets are doing well as long as everything stays stable and we don't have equivalent of I don't want to say a war or anything, but gold went up when those missiles went. Oil went up. There were some nice spikes, and everything gets settled down now. As I said, let's talk about the stock market. When you look at the stock market right now, and if I was to show you the tool that I want to use, and if you want to know what that tool is, all you got to do, all for free, don't you worry, is you just come into to learn about this book, okay? quantlabs.net/book. In there, it has the tool that you can use for stock screening and stock scanning on any country you want, okay? And I've been testing it for the Singapore market, and this thing is unbelievable. There's a lot of potential with that because you see all these little stocks under $10 that are consistently up 5-10% each day for the last 3 days. I was blown away by it. And you can do that across 26 countries. So if you're in the US, I'm waiting for everything, and you can, if you're worried about PDT, but you want to take the same principles that you learn through places like Warrior Trading, through Tim Sykes, you can do that internationally as an American through a legit broker like Interactive Brokers and trade these things overseas, not as a US. So that's how you can get around that PDT rule. I'm hoping to build some strategies around that, again, using Interactive Brokers for stocks focusing on under $10 using similar methodologies that you would normally pay thousands of dollars for to learn from Tim Sykes and Ross Cameron over at Warrior Trade. Not knocking these dudes. They're doing good stuff, but programmers and developers have a lot of more advantages, and they're just focusing on the US. With myself, I can probably focus on something like 20 plus countries throughout the world, and probably out of them, maybe 5 to 10 are actual major markets. That would include Hong Kong, Singapore, and look right here. Look right here. As I said, live on this CFD, you have the ability where the German market right up here, the German 30 is trading at 1.35%, and the NASDAQ 100 is not that far behind. So why would you not? Why would you not want to take advantage of that through automation and trading? Ross Cameron through his marketing goes on about liberate yourself and trade one day, 1.5 hours. That's true, but imagine if you can do it for less than you don't have to sit in front of your computer. Just build a model using something like MotiveWave. You can easily get yourself some opportunity here. And everyone's going on about passive income. That'd be awesome. All right, so Andy, my man, how are you? Damn oil tanker captive, straight out of Hormuz. I have no idea. He's Greek, and I couldn't believe that news. Thanks for watching. Are you making money from trading? Yeah, I am. Here and there. I'm right now. I just put 2 models to test that we're testing right now. This one is a bot, and another one that we're testing. Just give me a second here. I'll show you that. One of the things is I can do what we call performance for bots. This is using Python, using crypto. So I'm able to test the performance of these, and they show a lot of potential. I do have other scripts that are doing pretty good on Binance. And if you are an American, unfortunately, okay, I can't help you there. But outside of that, you can definitely do really well in the world of crypto. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But from the stock market point of view, penny stock or under $10, you can do quite well. So other question from Andy. Seems interactive brokers is awesome. I love that Singapore and Saudi. With this tool, you can even trade Saudi market and Singapore as well, Hong Kong. But the one I'd be trading right now, if you were to look at the one I just showed you right here in the CFD, is Germany, because you can see it's already up 1.35. That's right now as a CFD. All right. So let's go now over to the world of crypto. That's where, for me, the real excitement is. The real excitement is always in crypto. It's an awesome asset class to trade. No leverage. It never closes 24/7. On top of that, no leverage needed. That's the most powerful thing, and it's fully automated through either Python, using something I'm about to show you here is MotiveWave as well. So let me show you that, but let's get over to CoinCompare. This is now using CoinCompare with cryptos. Now there's 2 strategies you have with when it comes to trading strategies in the world of crypto. You can either trade crypto to crypto, that's Binance here, and you can trade in Bitcoin or Ethereum. You can also trade in fiat currency like USD. And actually today on Binance, they just added the Swedish as a krone, as well as the Polish zloty. As a fiat currency, you can now trade on Binance. They already got, I think it's the Russian ruble, and I think it's the Nigerian, can never remember that currency. So Binance is doing this really innovative stuff where you can trade in fiat currency. The only problem is there's not a lot of liquidity there yet. But as the markets start to expand and crypto starts to build its legitimacy and utility, you can do really well. So check this out. Look at this. Now, I just showed you again. Let me show you again the world of just how dead forex is. Like not even up 0.1%. Okay, I mean, there's no moves right now happening in forex, so you need to have crazy leverage to get the kind of returns I'm going to show you on crypto. Okay, it really kills me that people don't quite understand this. So right now we've got Bitcoin Gold up 2.5% right now. Okay, here's the chart if it will load up. So again, what you're looking at, so you see this big spike. Those are quite frequent. Those are quite frequent on crypto. Okay, and again, I'm sure I could probably show you another one here. Let me just see what we have here. Right here, and let me just show you right here again. Okay, so this is in US dollar. Again, this is again in fiat currency. This one's been doing really good. Waves can do really well. Okay, as that comes up. I mean, this one's a tough one to trade, but it can go up 10-20% in an hour. I mean, it's an amazing coin to trade if you catch that wave. Some of these I'm getting rid of my list, my watch list, because these kind of moves are pretty hard to predict and trade with. But the opportunities are definitely there, as long as you don't get whipsaw. But as you can see, those charts can be a whipsaw, especially that one. This one's been doing pretty good. Monero against USD. Look at that run up right there. Okay. Again, when you look at the world of forex, I just showed you that's completely dead. Why would you not want to trade something like this and build a model or an algorithm or a strategy around that to catch that kind of move? As I said, I've got two that I'm testing right now. If you were to look at that strategy, as I said, there's two things we need to focus on when it comes to trading. We look at mean reverting and momentum based. This trade right here that I'm showing you, this run up is a momentum trade without a doubt. Okay, but when you look at the whole picture of everything on a 15-minute chart, that's classic mean reverting. And I don't care who you talk to, if they only have one strategy and they're not having a multiple suite of strategies where they have also included mean reverting, the mean reverting is what will keep you profitable, because 80% of those strategies can be profitable from what I understand when it comes to mean reverting. So one of those bots I just showed you earlier is a mean reverting strategy combined with a modified VWAP. And if I'm hoping you've seen the VWAP that I've talked to. So let's go back to our comments here. Can you do option strategy with Python? Sure you can, but that just adds complexity with I just did a video earlier about machine learning on why would you want to hand code a machine learning algorithm and go through the pain of it and the back testing, yada, yada, when you have a great tool like MATLAB. When it comes to options trading, I would more than recommend you go with MotiveWave, because if you have not seen all my videos on MotiveWave on the playlist for MotiveWave on YouTube, I will tell you it will blow your mind. As well as I don't want to get into this. Some people don't like this. I don't want to lose anybody about it, but I've got a DVD product that focuses on that right there. Just using MotiveWave, and it can talk to anything. It could talk to interactive brokers, it could talk to all the big exchanges out there, and I've looked at the futures brokers, the amps, the what else is there? But the one I like and I like the look of is Canon, because Canon also includes options trading as well. And you can do options trading as less than $500 in a trading account. But I would recommend MotiveWave without a doubt. That's easy, much easier than hand coding it. And as I said earlier in all my videos today, and a lot of the videos I've done in the last few days, is I want quick implementation. Trading idea here, I want it on that trading screen right there. Without a doubt, I want to see a trade. That's what I want. That's what MATLAB gives you, and that's what MotiveWave gives you as well, because it's really important to understand that MotiveWave gives you that ability to not hand code. You don't have to be a heavy coder. There's so many strategies and studies out here where you have over a couple of hundred to deal with, and that's why I'm playing around with these combination of studies, and then you can combine them in strategies as well, so you can automate them on your instruments. Pretty powerful stuff, and it's really, really well developed by the folks over at MotiveWave. The other big advantage I'll give you with MotiveWave is that they actually listen to their customers. Because why? They're small. They're not like NinjaTrader or TradeStation where you have to wait it out a year to potentially get your feature added to the platform. They actually might consider it. And that's what I love about MotiveWave, because they're a small company, small platform, small community, but an excellent product. And it sounds like I'm working for them. I have no affiliation with them. I just love this platform with amazing. So Vincent's asking about the link. Yeah, just go to motivewave.com. Let me pull up a browser right here. Just give me a second here. Okay. Actually, right here on the DVD product here at the quantlabs.net DVD, I show you how to use MotiveWave as well as the programming side. But in terms of MotiveWave itself, motivewave.com, that's all you need to do right here. And as I said, this thing will talk to any of the brokers. As I said, it will talk to interactive brokers. It will talk to the one I'm liking is Canon, because it will talk to futures and options. The only one that does that. MotiveWave here. Let me type that up. Motivewave.com. So I'm just putting it in the chat right now across all of them: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. All right. So hopefully that'll help you out, Vincent, because that's really important. Andy came in with a question about Nigerian Naira. Yes, that is correct. When MotiveWave has added that to Binance, it's really exciting as a fiat currency that you can now trade. Because I know you're in Africa yourself. By the way, I wanted to ask, where can I trade rhodium? Are you referring to the commodity? If anywhere, I would go with Interactive Brokers. They're the largest in the world because look, they cover all of the major asset classes: stock, forex, futures, CFD, options. Okay. So again, that's all at Interactive Brokers. It's probably the closest place you'll go. Vincent says, thank you. No problem, Vincent. I hope that helps you out with MotiveWave. And if you're worried about pricing, my man, there are some really good pricing options to start out with. Standard 250, and it moves up. But if you want to do live trading, then you obviously have to move up to the professional version. But if you're just playing around and want to know charts, those two lower editions, the standard and trade, are pretty good. Actually, I think the trade version allows you to trade as well. It's really good stuff. So I promised to go into the world of crypto. Let me pull that up again. Forex is dead. So we just left with Monero. It's up, man. It's up quite a bit. I'm really, really excited about that. And again, that's Monero against USD. What else have we got moving up? So let's look at the BTC market. Check this out. BTC's up again, 5.56%. Seriously. Seriously, like what? Like why? This is what I don't get about people. They're poo-pooing crypto, and yet this one instrument's up 5.56. When I just showed you, Forex is dead. Sorry. And then even the other ones are not doing too good. But crypto is really powerful there. So Yaminas, I tried every strategy, supply and demand, everything. The only strategy I feel that makes sense is horizontal trading, and the rest is just chart patterns illusions. That's a tough question. Supply and demand works pretty good if you're doing fundamental trading, but you got to be a long-term holder, probably for a couple of weeks, maybe even a month or so to get your move. But again, that you might get a 5-10% move over a certain amount of weeks. Here, why I like crypto is because it's fast moving, and when you get those directions correctly, like I said, you can get 5.56. I mean, if I showed you coin market cap, I'm sure there's some pairs out there that are doing well as well. And here we have XMR, which I just showed you in US dollar. And waiting for the chart. Boom. You know what I mean? Like, boom. Like that's the sort of thing we're always after. Okay, so those are right now what's happening in the market. So those are two pairs I like. Here's some of the other features I like about with MotiveWave. MotiveWave has this thing called a scan feature. So with the scan feature across 30 pairs, what I can do is I'm able to do a scan and get a score of basically excellent on the excellent opportunities as a pair can I trade over the next little bit. Something also I forgot to mention is in the ultimate edition of MotiveWave is something called Her Cycles. It's what they consider a premium study. That thing is unbelievable. I'm going to show that to you. So, or I'm not done yet. So it takes a couple of seconds. Now, one thing I want you to understand here, the times I've set on the harmonic scans are for 4 hours. Okay, these are only 4-hour scans. All right, and that's important because that's where the harmonics are most reliable. I've tried. You can also do scans like this with Elliott waves. I don't find them as reliable as harmonics. So I'm going to show you some. Just push a button. You let it run for 5 minutes, and you're going to see opportunity right in front of you. Say these are the pairs to watch out for. And this is a beautiful thing I like about MotiveWave. And again, coming back to whose question was it? I'm trying to think here. There was somebody asking about hand coding, but why would you hand code when you have these amazing tools like this with MotiveWave? Okay, so we're done. Looks like we are. Okay, so what you can see here, we have 5, 6, 8 pairs that look pretty good with an excellent score. When you're trading in something like Binance, you have to remember you can kind of do short trading, but you want to more focus on long trading. As somebody told me and I watched, if you are able to trade long only in a bear market or a bear market asset class like crypto, and you can make money in crypto under those conditions, you're a damn good trader. And if you're profitable, you're damn good. You don't have to be chasing after returns, which is pretty crazy. So let me show you these. So you can see here on this pair here, ETP, BTC, again, excellent score. That's a shorting opportunity because if I blow up this guy, this price target is below our current price. We want pairs that are going to move up, okay? They're going to move up. So let me just go back to this guy. So here's the EOS and BTC, same thing. Our target is below the price, okay? I ignore those. This one looks really good, okay? This one looks really good because I have the target D is higher than the current price, and that's what I use to factor in what I'm looking for. I want to make sure that this point D is higher. That's the target, and that's to be set roughly around January 9th. That's what it's projecting on that particular market. Now here is an alert, and that goes into my bot, and then that is a potential trade, and I'll measure the entry and exit. That's what we're testing right now. I've been doing that for the last 24 hours. And again, I can do that across 2 algorithms, 2 pairs, two strategies, all within MotiveWave I've got here, and be able to show that performance on in a mean reverting strategy as well as a trend following or a momentum strategy. Okay, so I can see which ones are going to be more profitable under certain conditions. But going back to here on the EOS, the BNB Ethereum, this looks like a good pair to trade with. So I'm just going to do the manual way of writing it down. BNB and Ethereum. So I like the look of that pair as it stands right now. So continuing along in our search results, in our scan results, we have now, okay, I know that this pair is looking pretty good. I could put it on a watch list. Doesn't mean I have to trade it, okay? So sometimes if you get two harmonics that are pointing long, then chances are that it's a pretty convincing screaming at you that that pair may go actually up in price. Here we have Tron and Ethereum below the price. That's a shorting opportunity. This is an interesting coin as well, IOTA. So again, it's below market price. Tron against Bitcoin is below my current price. That's a short. Then we have the waves. Again, it's going to drop. So sometimes if I get desperate, if I get really desperate, what I'll do is I'll look for under very good score. Okay. So I'll look at the Zcash. That's again a short. EOS against BTC. This one looks pretty interesting. Okay. So again, I might note that one as well. Okay. So that's EOS BTC. And then we have maybe, just maybe, Tron. LSK looks pretty good. Now, here's something I can tell you if you do follow crypto. LSK BTC is a really nice pair to trade when the market tanks. When the asset class there's another alert. I'm not gonna pay any attention to this because that's what my bot does. That's a Python. So what will happen in the world of crypto? Let me just explain this. In the world of crypto, you cannot trade in motive wave, but you can analyze. Cryptos no problem using coin compare as a data source, but you can't trade it. But I have an ability where I just pass a signal into via email into my bot, my Python trading bot, and then I let the Python handle the trading logic to see if it's going to trade or not that position. So that's what I'm testing with those bots I showed earlier. Okay, continuing along, Bitcoin Japan. This one really was okay. I have to tell you, this one popped at me a few days ago. Now, again, when I mentioned also earlier about, you have the world of crypto against crypto and crypto against fiat currency. This pair right here that you're looking at, BCH against Japan yen. This may pop. This may pop because it popped a few days ago, and it popped, and it went up about a 10% move. So if this guy's ready to move, this might be a great pair to be on the lookout for. Now, I'm not here to show off or anything. The ultimate edition of MotoWave, what this particular edition of MotoWave is, this pair may move. And you know what I can do? I can pull up something called a Hurst study. Hurst cycle. Hopefully you've seen this or know about it. Very powerful, very, very, very powerful study. That's part of the premium ultimate edition of MotoWave. So let me just make sure I got this. So if I create this, check that out. Okay, so what's this telling you? I am going to move this to maybe a daily chart. Okay, this is going to become a daily chart. Check this out. You can see here, there's this big move right here to here, and then it's been flat. But you can see this is starting to build, right? So depending upon just right where this purple line is, and right about here, we can expect the next move as we move across these patterns here. So we have right here a triple diamond. Here is when the move happened, this diamond, these two diamonds here. So if we follow that and trying to calculate where the next projected move will be, it could be maybe just right here. Okay, that's the power of the Hurst cycles, because it's using historical data to project on when the next big move will be for this particular pair. Okay, that's the power of a study like the power of Hurst cycle. Andy says, I found Hurst cycle and Elliott wave goes in tandem. By the way, I can easily measure that, no problem. I can apply a variety of Elliott waves as well. If you want to email that to me, Andy, I'll definitely take a look at it, consider it, and put it into one of my bots that I'm assessing right now to see the accuracy of that. But the problem with her cycles right now is that they don't, with MotiveWave, they don't provide the signal out of box. So that's the challenge of that particular study. But I just want to show it to you visually that this is a very, very powerful combination. This pair right here. And then if that particular move like this one, I can kind of project when that should take place by following the next line, which might be just about now. It looks like, let me just see that. So we have here our big move right here. So if I follow that blue line, it did move up. And if I follow that next blue line, it should be just about now. So who knows, we may be getting that big move now based upon that analysis. So it looks like it's pretty accurate from the last blue wave cycles here, if you watch these two blue lines. So the next one might be, let's say, February 7th, 2020. It's that good. I've had some really good success with that particular study. And that's why the Hearst cycles, I believe their premium is because they seem to work quite nice. Anybody got any comments or concerns about that? So that looks like a good pair, but over the next few days, the three that I see are BNB, Ethereum, EOS against BTC, and LSK against BTC. So what I can do here is I can go to my charts, and in here, I've got all these ones currently running. So here's Bitcoin against USD. Again, this is, I believe, a 15-minute chart. All right, it doesn't look like it. No, it's not. I have to keep that one open for my mean reverting strategy I'm testing right now. So right now, in case you wanted to know, I'm testing Bitcoin against USD for mean reverting. Litecoin, that's not quite mean reverting, that's trending. This is mean reverting. So that was the one that came up on the list too. That's probably going to move. I can see that moving there right now. So who knows where that will go, but this is a fairly volatile pair, but it mean reverts. So if you know you can mean revert something like this, this is a good one to watch. Going back to mean reversion, I'm also testing the big ones, Bitcoin, as I said, Ethereum. That you can see there's somewhat of a mean reversion pattern there. And this is a 15-minute chart. XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and EOS. So EOS looks good too. So that's EOS USD. So if I was to add these three new ones, we had BNB, Ethereum. It's right here. So that looks like it's going into a mean reversion. So if I was to set up a strategy, for that mean reversion, the question becomes, should I put it on my watch list and apply my strategy for that? And I can easily do that via a template, and either of any of these I can apply to any of these charts just like that. And then as well, also, if you wanted to follow what I'm doing, which is the cool part about MotiveWave, is I can make this available on my backend on my website for those that want access. If I do the save as, that makes this analysis file available to those that would want to watch this with these studies right in their own MotiveWave, and they just download that file and then import it into their MotiveWave and get the same things that I'm applying here. And I can do that for any chart on any instrument, as long as you have obviously MotiveWave and also you have whatever data provider that I'm using. In this case, I'm just using Crypto Compare, but I can do the same thing with forex. I can do the same thing with, let's say, stock, interactive brokers. I can do that, no problem. Any other questions so far? So let me go back to what we were talking about with, so we were looking at BNB Ethereum. That is pretty awesome for now. Doesn't look like there's a lot of action, but I can apply that template and let that bot trade just by, as I said, clicking this little guy and picking off any of these combined templates and let the bot do the work in the Python. Simple as that. Also, what else can I? Oh, we had two more. So we had EOS BTC as well that I'll add, that we're going to add to the watch list. So that's EOS BTC, and then boom, let's see where it's at and let's check that out. I just like let me just apply. See here, this kind of mean reverts, so I can apply my mean reverting template right now, which is these combined studies, which I'm using is kind of like this Hayek and blah, 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 and this thing called NVD. That's one of the studies in MotiveWave. That's what I'm testing right now. Anybody else got any questions so far? But you can see here, I get the little signals. These little markers are potential signals for buy and sell. That's what I'm testing to test the performance of that in crypto. And you could do the same thing. You can do the same thing with no programming needed. You can set it up with MotiveWave through the order and mock the tests, or set up a demo account and hook up what I do with Oanda, and then use a workspace with Oanda with a demo account, but still use live market data. So that's what I would like to do. But as I said earlier, forex is dead. I mean, there's no performance in forex for the last 3 or 4 days. That's why I like right now crypto. I mean, I got to get the charts right. Well, crypto, but you see the chart here. You see this, and you got the 5%, 2% moves I've been talking about. Lastly, the last chart I'll look at is LSK BTC as well. Let's see here, and you can see something doing here. It may be trending up. Who knows? We have this big drop down, and it's trending up. Now, one other thing before I forget, we have something called components. This is pretty exciting stuff. So I could do things like set up a trend line, like here, or better yet, to do an extended trend line. Start it here. Helps to drag it out. So I could start at the low point here. Put the, let's see here, if I'm not an artiste here yet. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I could probably put the high point here, here. Come on, buddy. I'll eventually get it. I'll get it there. So obviously, once I know this price changes, I can set an alert. I can set an alert here, create an alert. So if I know when that price crosses that line, I can do an entry there. So I can do these sort of things with MotiveWave manually without needing to program. And I can also apply all kinds of things. A lot of things that people don't know. I can apply volume right here and do all kinds of order flow analysis and stuff. It's just so much. I'm just using simple stuff right now. So I don't know what to say, but MotiveWave is a pretty exciting platform. There's a lot of potential with this thing. It's unbelievable. Any questions or comments people might have? And I'll shut up right now. Just so you know, I say lots of ums and I get comments on all the time, and people think it's supposed to bother me. It doesn't. That's fine. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. See what I mean? So just so you know, I have webinars I'm doing now. I've been doing them for a while, every Monday at 12 noon, my time, Eastern Standard Time, same as New York. I'm still trying to figure out the next topic. I can do any topics people want on MotiveWave or trading or programming, whatever people want, I can do. Not a problem. All right. So if there's any, oh, we got a comment. Yay. Thanks for the comments. We got to look at that. Andy again says, I've been on Forex and it's been batshit crazy. Oops. Well, that doesn't matter. Shifting to more crypto and commodities. I don't know why Forex is dead. People are looking for crazy leverage, and they think that's the answer. I don't think that is the answer. It's just crazy leverage that leads into crazy losses that you may not be prepared to take on if you have a strategy that doesn't work out right. So that's why I like crypto a lot. And this is when crypto's bad. As I said, crypto's not exactly a winning asset class, but comparatively, you only have two pairs right now that are up out of this lot, and you have a few that are positive here, and they're up 4-6%. As you can see, BTG and XMR, and even waves as well. But any of those could pop up to 10% at any time. And people going, well, crypto's crazy. I don't trust crypto. I will tell you, Binance is a pretty secure exchange. That's the one I use. And Binance is probably more secure than anything I've dealt with in terms of traditional fiat currencies, transferring back and forth and whatnot. And it's an honest, clean. It's a very clean broker. And yes, they do have Binance US. US, it's a challenge for them. But if you're outside the US, there's lots of opportunities there with not a broker, an exchange like Binance. Anybody else got any comments? But again, what you were mentioning as well for commodities, yes, I think that will be a big place to be in the futures market. Hopefully you're aware of the E-mini micros. I think you are, Andy, about it. You can get smaller indices and have margin requirements as low as $200 on Interactive Brokers. But again, those are slow moving assets. Here, there's a lot of volatility in crypto, but they're fast moving, and you get that call correct, you're doing pretty good. Any other comments or questions? I'll probably drop off for tonight. No more live streaming, but I might do another one later in the night, 12 a.m. In around there, maybe, just maybe, but don't count. That's why I'd encourage you to go on if you're on YouTube and press the bell and subscribe thing if you want all of that. Anybody else got any comments or questions? I know how to clear the crowd if I want. It's not hard. I'll do this one because it's free. If you go to the quantlabs.net book, I talked about it earlier, you get on that, you will get a tool that is going to be mind-blowing. You will blow your mind. On top of it will save you literally thousands of dollars if you do decide to pursue one of these trading gurus that show you how to make money on breakouts and stuff. This tool does it, and it does the scanning for you. And it's free, and you can get the source code because it's open source as well, built in Java. So get that book, and it'll mention that tool that you want to know about. An incredible tool. More comments. Vincent asked, your website says there's an elite course. How's the learning process going, and can total newbie learn? Now, when you say newbie, I don't know. If you want to answer this question, newbie as in programming or newbie as in trading? Because if you're doing the trading, that's why I built the analytics for it. And you get all the power of Motive Wave with that, what I just showed you. So there's that. If you're programming, yeah, you can get into it. I actually have a course. That's why I focus on Python, because it's built for 9-year-olds. 9-year-olds learn how to code in Python. I got lots of resources if you want to learn that. Plus, there's a course that will show you how to build a trading bot, like I showed earlier, on how to build a Python trading bot in Python to do all the stuff that you can do. But I'm also now enabling MotiveWave to do all the heavy lifting for me in the world of crypto. Simple as that. So if you want to know where to go, you're a newbie. He says he's a newbie in programming. Okay, that's not a problem. I'm probably going to lose a bunch of people here. Let me get back to. I'll get back to your question, Vincent. So I want to answer everyone else's questions so far before I get into the pitch, because I guarantee I'll lose a big audience here, which I don't want to do. So Andy says he needs the 5 to 10% boost, LOL, in crypto, so it's good for micros. You won't get those E-mini micros moving like that in futures. No way. If that was the case, everyone would be trading them. Only crypto offers these. And Yeah, he says E-minis, so that's cool. No, you won't get those moves, but you will get them as I'm showing you in real time right now with crypto. And it's again, and I also want to stress this is a down market. Okay, so you can do well even in a down market, no matter what people tell you. If you move over to something like Binance, but the thing is that imagine what it's like when Bitcoin's running up. You know, can you imagine? It's like basically a machine that prints money once you start to learn these kind of techniques. Back to Vincent's query. So PitchFest here. Sorry, folks. Let me pull up the link here. So for Vincent, I'll pull up the link. So I'll pull up my website here. I'm going to give you some options, Vincent. Okay. Let me just pull up full screen mode here. So to really get into this, and you want to really test your chops, this is why I built this thing. If you go under quantlabs.net or quantlabs.net/DVD, I'll pull that up for you. This guy right here. I'll even put it in the chat. Oops. So I'll put this in the chat so you can get that right here. So if you go to that, this is a great place to start learning just how you feel about two options. If you want to just stick with MotiveWave, you could easily stay with MotiveWave and just play around MotiveWave. You don't even need to do programming, as I've shown you some of the power of it. So this little DVD has two videos on MotiveWave, one for just using MotiveWave and another one for basically programming. Wow, there's some activity going on. Well, we could check those out in a minute if you want. So you have those options. If you want to learn about Python as well, I've got a half-hour video on that. This includes source code and a code walkthrough as well. Okay, so you can watch that stuff, and it's available online. And I'm actually waiting to get my review copy of the DVD, physical DVD. So that will be available too. So you can just go over that website, quantlabs.net/DVD, see how you feel. Now, let's say if you feel risky, as they could say, if you go to the quantlabs.net and go into the store, I've got a series of products. So if you're not a programmer, check out the Quant Analytics. I'll just say that. But if you scroll down, check out the Python course. It's this much. I might be discounting it in the next little bit. So keep your eyes peeled for that. That will walk you through the whole thing of bots in Python. So you can learn Python in parallel with this, and this will help get you started. Now, if you're an advanced programmer, I don't think you said you were, but if you were, I'm going to do something very interesting in the next week. You check out this Quant Lead. It's a 1-year subscription on all the programming stuff that I do. Okay, this thing's pretty powerful. It's a 7-year archive, including MATLAB that I did a previous video on MATLAB for machine learning. But I'll be doing more up-to-date stuff over the next few months to cover that with the tools. But here's the price, okay? Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a workshop on MotiveWave and programming as well with MotiveWave around crypto. So if you wanted to do that workshop, it's the same price as the Elite. Plus, I'm going to give you the Elite as well for the full year, as well as the Python course as well. And if you're nice, I can also add in the Quant Analytics as well. So you get everything for $1,000. You know, how many? I haven't lost anybody. I'm quite surprised on that. But that's a good option for you. But I'll be doing the workshop fairly soon, and that's going to be live. I'll be walking you through your trading idea and showing you the process on how I do it, and be able to build out your trading bots, as I said, like running this stuff here, and well, if it was running, but yeah, being able to run that stuff. So I'll be really focusing on that for sure. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my stream stuff back. Okay, so hopefully I'll answer your question, Vincent. Anyone else watching that as well? Anybody else got any comments or stuff? I'm really surprised I didn't lose anybody on that pitch. Must have done a good job on the video. And again, you can go, I'll give you the link for that if you want, for the elite stuff. And that is going out right now in the commenting. All right, so that will be available on whatever social platform you are watching on. Anybody else got any questions? Because I've shown you a whole lot of fun stuff. But if you are just here for the good time of what to watch, what I've got here is, again, as I said, I've got on deck for tonight BNB, Ethereum, EOS against Bitcoin, and LSK against Bitcoin. That's what I'm going to be watching for tonight. Any other comments or questions I can help you with? I'll be back online tomorrow, but if you go on to the Facebook and do the follow my group or my YouTube, it will put out an alert. Actually, it even emails you now when I go live. So, and if you don't catch it, you just watch the replay, no problem. Anybody else? In the meantime, I will come back with the results of the of these tests that I'm running for the mean reverting. I'm hoping to see some good results with that. Anybody else got any questions or anything? Nobody? Okay. Either way, thanks for watching, guys. I can never say ladies because no females join. It takes usually 100 people, and then you will get a female. So for now, thank you guys for watching. And any ladies out there, I'm not here to offend anybody, but on the stream I'm referring to. Anybody else got any questions or comments? Oh, also, I forgot, we do have a private chat server as well. And I'm hoping to get that up and really ramped up now over the next couple of weeks, couple of months, get more people and some more activity on that, because that's where a lot of interesting comments come out of that. Let's see. Andy, must be doing something right, mate. Nice evening. I'll keep the cryptos on my tabs for Singapore and China. Yeah, and as I said, I've got a tool right now that you can find in the book that will walk you through, and I'm testing the Singapore market right now. And for the last 3 nights, all the same ones. The fast movers came up over and over again. There might be a pattern there to watch for, and maybe, just maybe, I'm going to open up a little Interactive Brokers account to trade those little guys. And that's just Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan. And if I was trading on the CFD, let me see where the CFDs are at. Germany, I can also include as well, and get all access to that through let's see here. Where's our CFD? So here's our CFD right now. So Germany's still up, but you can see the Nasdaq's dropped off immensely. But Germany's still up there and holding strong. So that's positive right there. But it's only up 1.35%. But still, I'm sure there's a ton of little stocks on Germany. It's crazy. Thousands of them. To scan that entire country takes many hours. It's much, much bigger than the New York or the US. So you'd have to run a scan on that. Any other comments or questions at all? Yeah, your time, you are 6:22 in the morning, man. You are, well, not you, but anyone out in Singapore right now. Anybody? Woo woo. Okay, I do appreciate the like out there. That's pretty wild. That's pretty well it. Well, I'll do a recap if you want. As I said, and this goes out to somebody like Vincent. As I said, if you want to know more about the program, and just pick up that little, it's like $5-10. Get a physical copy if you want. It includes a walkthrough on the source code. See if you can do it. And as I said, if you want to know the tools I'm talking about, especially that stock little penny stock thing, it's in the book there. That's a free. Just send over the email. You get yourself the book. And as I said, don't forget about the webinar upcoming on Monday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, which is the same time as New York. Anything else I can part with? I don't know. Anybody? Oh, also, before I forget, if you want to guest on the next webinar on Monday night, please come on out live and we can hook it all up. But I have to know before Monday. Can't do it in off the cuff on the stream because I've never done it before. This is all new what I'm doing right now. It's pretty cool. Anybody else? Questions, comments, concerns? If not, we shall terminate. We're only down to 2 people anyways. I'll just leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. See ya.